God, thanks. See, somehow I missed out. Okay. Okay. Anyhow, so this is the table visual. In the case of table visual, what are the columns that are required, right? So you need to drag and drop it here. If you want to change the column order, you can move this up or down. Okay. So you can see that the first column is the category, second column is segment. Supposing if you want the quantity column should get displayed right after the category, just drag this up. But it is not correct, right? So you can drag this down here. So category, segment, quantity. But when it comes to table, you have only one field called columns here. You have only one field called columns available here. 1 second, let me just use this one. Annotate. Sorry. So you have only one field called columns when it comes to table visual. Okay, only one field called columns. Whatever the fields, table fields or columns you want to drag and drop it here, you can drag and drop it here also. For example, profit, I dragged and dropped it here, and quantity I dragged and dropped it. Similarly, category, everything. What are the columns that you want, you can drag and drop it. But the field for table visual is only one here. In this case, columns. Okay. And yeah, but when it comes to matrix, you have rows and columns. Okay. So now the question is, why should I use table visual? We have a lot of other visuals are available, graphical visual, right? Like clustered column chart, stacked bar chart, and other visuals are available. Why should I use the table chart? Table is kind of difficult to interpret. So why do I have to use table charts? Okay, so table visuals. It's not a chart, it is a visual, table visual. So why do I have to use it? When we have a lot of other options, why should I use it? So not all the time, the color charts are enough to help you to make the business critical or proper business decisions, right? Sometimes we find ourselves in a situations where we need to create the table or visuals so that we can examine the information directly and make decisions. We can make decisions accordingly. Okay, so this one gives you the detailed information, right? So each and every line item, what are the things, if you want to see each and everything, and then the subtotal, grand total, the table visual is very much helpful. It gives you the grand total also, right? But line item wise you can see the values. But if you plot the same thing in the visual, 1 second, let me just select this. And for example, I just copy paste this one here. And here, if I select this one, so what is happening here? It shows us the technology category, how much we sold, right? So technology, it shows us to get exactly something, compare exactly. Yeah. So this is my visual. Okay, I just copy paste the table visual. When I plotted it, what happened? So in technology, each here we have something called each segment, right? So in technology, each category, if I want to see the sales performance in these three categories, we can see it here. Okay, that is what we can see. But if you want to see the detailed one, right, the itemized detail, if you want to see the transaction level, each and everything, you can see it here. Okay, so not all the time this is helpful, but along with that, if you have this one, it will give the detailed information. Okay, so knowing, if you hover the cursor here in technology segment, for example, in the case of technology consumer segment, in total 1,26,000 total units we sold, and totals is total, the aggregation, it gives us the aggregated value, right? So if you look at the picture in the table here just above this, in the consumer segment, even here it gives us, 1 second, you just select this one. For example, if you go here and sales, look here, sum, right? If you want to use, don't summarize, and you can go and profit also you can use. But if you do this one, Yeah, it gives you the detailed one, right? A transaction item, transaction level, you can see the data here. So by seeing this, for example, in technology, consumer segment, right? So if you want to see it at a consumer, for example, you can keep a slicer here so that you can filter only the technology related thing, okay? Instead of dragging and dropping, what I do is I'm going to use a slicer here. So in this kind of situation, slicer is pretty much helpful. I just selected the slicer. With the help of slicer, we can filter the data. We can, as the name suggests, slicer, right? You want to slice the data. Instead of viewing the entire data, you want to cut the data. You want to see only the specific data. So here what I do is I just go and select the segment and put it here in the slicer. I don't want to see all the transaction data, but for example, I just want to see, sorry, not this one. I just see the category here. So here I just want to select technology. Okay, it applied the filter on this one. Here also it applied the filter. And if you see here, if you hover the cursor here in the consumer segment, so we have sold 126K quantity, right? So that is what you can see. But if you see here in the consumer segment, if you want to see detailed records, so consumer, sometimes 3, 6, and 5, 4, and you can also sort it here. Yeah, so now we can get a better insight, right? So 1,26,000, out of which in technology category, in consumer segment, right? So in this line item, we have sold more, okay? And here the sales should also be sorted here. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so here in this specific record, right, one specific instance, we have sold this many number of units. And so we can see that, right, with this, we are able to understand quickly, is there any problem with the data here, right? So 1,11,000, something like that. But here the sales is something like this, but here the values are something like this. Most of the values are very small here. But when it comes to quantity, right, especially in the consumer technology, this specific record, we can see that there's something suspicious is happening. So one is the technical analysis, other one is the business point of view, what insight, right? So, or did we sell anything more on this thing? Probably you can drag and drop some subcategory. So in the category technology, we have more subcategory. In this category, we have more, if you have more subcategories, and then for a specific subcategory, more units would have sold, right? So to take a to perform a deeper analysis, you can draw. So, but with that, with table, you can get the transactional data, line item, right? Itemized transaction related values, you can see it. Whatever you can see it in Excel or table, the same thing you can see it in simple term. But the thing is, the advantage here is it'll give you the total here. But by default, when you drag and drop any values into your table along with the text column, like a category segment, what happens is by default, it does the aggregation. See, earlier we saw, right, when you click on the sales column, the drop down next to the sales, we saw that a sum was done. And if you don't want to do summarize, you can click on, don't summarize. But let's say I don't want to have all the things, I just want to have the sum of sales and sum of quantity in each thing here. But if we can see that in here, right? So 1,26,000 we have made in technology consumer, but one specific. And again, consumer segment for each record, right? With the combination of technology and segment, it gives you the total units and total sales. Now it shows correctly, right? Everything we can see it here. It's a normal grid. Table visualization is just a normal grid. It contains the related data in rows and columns. It can have headers and columns, right? So it can have headers and columns. Right. So it can have headers. It can have headers and only the rows. It can have the headers. These are the headers and only the rows. Okay. Okay. What else we can do it with table visual? with table visual, what we can do is we can go to the properties. We can do a lot of things are available here. A lot of properties are available here. If you go here, you can style presets. If you go here, in the default one is like this, the style for the table. And if you want to use the alternating rows, you can select it alternating rows. Look here, alternating rows, but here I have used so contrast alternating rows. If you select this one, you will get this one. So each and every alternate rows will get highlighted here. Okay. And if you want to have something like condensed one, we'll give something like condensed. Okay. So it depends on the sometimes, right, the customers will give you everything in detail. Okay, the style of this table should be condensed. Okay, but there are some projects, right, it's very difficult. They don't even give any documents, nothing. But instead, they will ask us to come up with our own design and then recommend them. And then this is the one option. Look here, I just go here, and what I'm going to do is values here. Not this one. Where is the style preset? I just selected this one, right? Okay. Here, I just select the condensed one for the time being. Let it be there. And then next we will explore what other these properties are very much helpful. Okay, and column headers, you just click on it. And here Sego UI, I just used it and just increase the font, the size of the font. Okay, the column, this one. Okay, the header. Okay, the header size, I'm going to increase it. If you want to increase it, you can increase it. And if you want to give a title, you can give a title here. In this case, I just I just say by default it is toggled off. You can give some title in here. Okay, here you can specify the sales and profit by category and segment. You can specify the title also like this. And then for this title, you can specify the text color as white, and then the background color as black, something like that. Okay. And then you can, if you want to align it to center, you can do it, or you can leave it as it is. Even for this, you can increase the font size. The title should be bigger, right? So, right, so it should be on par with this one. So this is what my thing. And if you want to have a border, you can specify the border. It's already border is there. But important thing is you need to have this one. Which one? The conditional formatting. Okay, here you have something called column headers and values. And if you scroll down here, the column headers. The effects, background, so you can just make the transparency also like this. See, every version, right, they are changing the properties also. Vertical grid lines, if you want, you can have it, and horizontal grid lines, let it be there in this case, because the values are very closer, the rows are very closer. And here the options, row padding, and importantly, you need to know that one, column headers and the values. Where is the values field? Okay, this is the values field, and cell elements. This is what I was. Okay, and here, if you see here, this is very important. Okay, cell elements. In the case of cell elements, we have these categories here. What I am going to do is I'm going to select the sales here, and here the background color, I'm going to toggle this on here. Look here, the sales column. Okay, and then the profit also, I am going to select it. I'm going to toggle this on. Okay, and next one is the font color. If you want to toggle this on, you can, you can do it, but I don't want to do it now. Let's go one by one. So we have background color, font color, data bars, icons. The intro, they will ask you about this. And when it comes to table visual or matrix visual, they will ask you the formatting, okay? The visual formatting, how do you do that? Okay, the table formatting. So they say formatting, which means this one. And conditional formatting. This is called your conditional formatting. And also when I cover DAX, I will show you how do you enable the conditional formatting dynamically. So conditional formatting, dynamic conditional formatting. They will ask you the different, what is conditional formatting, what is dynamic conditional formatting. Anything dynamic, it is good, right? So we don't want to do any manual configuration, something like that. To start with, I will show you what is conditional formatting. So in this case, I have selected these two columns, sales and profit. And then I have selected I have toggled this on. Okay. And here you can see that the highest value, the 23 lakh, it used a dark color, right? And then the higher the value, the largest value, it highlighted darker color. And the next largest value, it highlighted with little, lighter blue. Very light is for lesser value. Okay, it automatically gives different color shades based on the volume or the size of the sales or the volume, right? What is the volume? So higher the volume, higher the sales, that one gets highlighted with darker color. So with that, you can quickly understand which record in which line item we generated more sales and more profit. Okay, which line item the sales are less. Okay, so with this you can easily make out, right? So lighter the color represents lesser the sales and lesser profit. Okay, so here what we do is, instead of leaving it with Power BI to decide when it should, for which condition it should use darker color, dark color, light dark color, light color, right? So what we do is, we have something called FX here. I'm going to click on the FX formula thing. Okay, here what I'm going to do is, see, the default one is the gradient format style. Okay, and here sum of profit. Okay, the sum of profit. Okay, profit column. First we'll start with the profit column, or else what I do is I just change the series here, sales, and then background color. I just select this one, sum of sales, and here the format style is rules. I'm going to define my custom rule. Based on this rule, you can give different colors. So we know very well the traffic lights, right? Red, amber, sorry, green, amber, red. So red is, it needs attention when it comes to visuals. But in the case of traffic, red is, you need to stop, don't proceed. Okay, danger. Fine. So what we are going to do is, we are going to define our own thing. So sum of sales, yes, the sum of sales column, we are going to use it. I'm going to use summarization sum. Okay. And if value is value is greater than or equal to 0 and less than, listen, here the percent is there. Okay, here basically we are defining the range. If the value between or falls between this specific range, then you highlight with the red color, sorry, green color. Okay, or let's I start with the low, medium, high. So low sales, you give red color. Medium sales, you give amber color. Very high sales, you give green color. So if the value falls between these two ranges, you give red color. Start, that tells me that is your low sales. Okay, but you can do it the other way around also. So what we will do is, we'll go in the low, medium, high order. Okay, so here we have option here, percent or number. So here it is not a percentage, right? So hence I'm going to select the number here. And if the value is greater than or equal to 0 and less than, let's say, here Yeah, anything less than 10 lakhs. Okay, 10 lakhs. I call it as red color. Here, I don't see red here. This one is okay, but it's not that. You can click on the more colors here, and then you can select red here, and then you can select this one also. You just double click on it, and then if you click here, you can find the red color. I just move this up. Okay, next one is, okay, I'm going to add another rule. So plus I'm going to click on this. So see now what is happening, any value is, greater than 0 and less than or less than 10,000 or 10 lakhs is red color. That means the sales is not that good. Okay, and I'm going to create another rule. So here I'm going to say any greater than or equal to 10 lakh. Okay, and then this is a number, it's not a percent. And or less than, I say how much we have, yeah, 15, anything which is less than, okay, or less than 16 lakhs. I call this as kind of amber. We are kind of doing good. Okay, and I'm going to add another new rule. So for example, if you select percentage for this, look here, this one got highlighted with the red color. Your OK button was not enabled here. Your OK button was not enabled here, right? So that means you made some mistake here. You just come back here and see, okay, this is not a person, this is a number. Okay. So now you see here the OK button got enabled. So according to us, we have defined only two rules. Any value that is falling between these two ranges, that is my red color. Any value that is falling between these two ranges are my amber. And I'm going to add another rule here. And here anything is greater than or equal to 16 lakh. And less than, yeah, this is less than thing. And here what I do is I just say 25 lakhs. But here percent is there. I just select number. But here I'm going to say, look here, here it is showing something wrong here, right? So what is wrong here? Why it is not displaying, why it is highlighting with, because this value is lesser than that value. Six zeros. Your upper bound should not be lesser than the low. This is your lower bound, upper bound. Okay, now you see this one got enabled, and this I'm going to select with the green. Green is not available here. I just click on the more colors, and then you just go here and see if you can select green. Okay, see if you don't know, if you're not able to get the correct green or the intended green, you know, right, how to get the color code. You just go to the Google and ask Google. So where is Chrome? I just go here, color code, get the color code. And then click on the images. Where is the images? If you go different dark green, light green, so you can probably use this color, right? So you can say ash 4C 9A2A, ash 4C 9A2A. You can type ash. What is that? Ash 4C 9A2A, ash 4C 9A and 2A. Then I click on OK. Look here, this color green, and I just click on this one. Look here, you can see the amber red, but where is the green? Green is not there. There is something wrong with my logic here. So, okay, what is the problem here? Let me see how many of you can tell. Anything is less than 16,000, 16 lakhs. Okay, it is amber. Up to this, it is fine. Red and green, it shows. Look at 0 to 10 lakh, right? So these are all, falling between the 0 to 10 lakh. Fine. And if you scroll down here, sorry, it is correct. Yeah, let me just see here. Okay. And then next one is the green. Anything above 16 lakh. Obviously, the 23 lakh is above this. And what is the problem here? Can someone tell me? It is not displaying green. Actually, the 23 lakh supposed to be green. What is the problem here? Greater than 10 lakh 1. So where 10 lakh 1 should I give? Here, huh? Where should I give? So anything less than, right? So 10 lakh to 16 lakh. Is that fine? 16 lakh, no. Up to 15 lakh, it is fine, but 20 lakh, right? So 20 lakh should fall in this one. What should I do here? What value can I use it here? Can someone tell me? Now we will see how many of you can, tell you the correct.
70 lakh we can use here.
So where here 17 lakhs, huh? Okay.
Yes, because 15 lakh falls in the second row also and the third row also.
So you want me to give 17 lakhs here? And then we'll say, no, it is not giving the correct thing, right? So what is the problem here? Powered by the 16 lakh 1 to 25 lakh. Okay, 16 lakh 1. Okay, what he is saying is 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, and 25 lakh. No, even then it is not working. So what is the problem here? So how can we address this one? Here it is greater than or equal to, fine. And then here it is, okay, 0 is, and then, yeah, greater than or equal to, and less than. Here I have greater than or equal to, less than, and fine. And so what is the problem here?
Sir, I think that color will be not available.
Which column? This column is available. Column is.
No, that color you have wrote now, you have mentioned over there, last color.
Oh, color not available. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes.
No. Then it should not display that one, no? Okay, here, what we will do is, okay, 0 to, how many of you attended my previous batch? Previous batch members can tell correctly. So here, less than 10 lakh, it is up to this one. This is doing perfect job, right? So amber, but even amber is not doing the correct job here. So what I am going to do is I'm going to use less than or equal to 16 lakh and above 16 lakh. And let's see, what is happening here. Even in this case, it is not doing anything here, right? So, okay. This is sales column. Yes, correct, right? Here, let me do one thing. Yeah, I will use some other color. Like you said, color is available. But only thing is something wrong with the condition. Let me just check here. The
Sir, in second condition,
mm,
you can put 10,000, 10 lakhs 1 greater than equal to 10 lakh 1
mm.
and less than 16.
So here 0, anything greater than to 0 and less than 10 lakh, right? Okay. Here 10 lakh 1. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Yes.
10 lakh 1 to less than 16 lakh.
Yeah, anything. So here I less than. So in that case, what will happen is it will not take into account of 10 lakh, right? You are going to
No, you have written and less than equal to. There you can mention less than
here, huh?
in sec
No. Okay, here.
greater than equal to. Yes.
Yeah, less than 16 lakh. Is this correct? 16 lakh. Let me just see this value. Because it's not that visible here. No, it is correct only, right?
Yes.
16 lakhs, correct. And here I have used this one. Okay, greater than or equal to this one. Okay, and less than, or we can say less than or equal to, right? So hence,
If you'll put less than equal to, then logic will be different now.
no, anything which is greater than or equal to this one, and then less than or equal to this one is this, right? And
No. In second condition, after and operator, we have to put less than.
yeah, so we can use less than or equal to also. Okay, less than, and here it is greater than 16 lakh, right?
Greater than equal to 16 lakh 1.
Okay, and here it is less than 25 lakh. But here, anything, less than 16 lakh will come. For example, 16 lakh, if I have a value exactly like 16 lakh, that will not fall in this one, right? So here also it will not fall. See, if you do this way, it is not coming up here.
Yes.
I know the answer. I just wanted to see, how you can think about it. If I do everything, right? So what you are going to learn it. So here, this is simple IQ. Okay. So anything about 0 is, this is fine, red is coming fine. There is something wrong with the green here. What is that? I can put less than or equal to, right? What is wrong here? So here, anything greater than or equal to. So in that case, it includes the 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs and the above 10 lakh, and 16 lakh and less than 16 lakh. Anything above 16 lakh. Sorry, here 16 lakh. In this case, you have to use 1 here, 1 lakh 1, right? So here it is not required. Anything above 10 lakh. Will it work? Arvind, 16 lakh 1, and here anything is greater than, right? So greater than this one and less than this one. Will it work? Still not working. What is the problem?
But in Excel, sir, same condition is working over there.
Where Excel you tested it, huh? Now?
Yesterday I did one if condition I used in conditional formatting. Same condition is working over there.
Okay. So here, if the value is greater than or equal to this one, right? So what can we do? Okay, in the interest of time, right? So what I will do is, I'm going to leave it as it is at this moment. This is an assignment for you, okay? Is that okay? So here, let me do one thing. Anything is greater than or equal to, and here, greater than or equal to and less than, and here I'm going to say greater than or equal to, and less than I say, and then here I say greater than or equal to, and then less than. Okay, and here I say, yeah, like 1 here. Here I say, yeah, this is fine, and here the 16 lakh and 25 lakh. Will it work? No, even after it is not working. So there is something wrong here. 1 second. Rules here values only, it's correct only, and here the sum of sales, right? Here we are doing the sales column, and that is everything is correct. Okay, and here you can use sum or count also, you can use it. But if the value is greater than or equal to 0 and a number, and less than, okay, somewhere 10 lakh, right? And then greater than or equal to 10 lakh 1, and here less than 16 lakh, and here greater than or equal to this is 16 lakh 1, and less than this one, 25 lakh. Okay, so here it is not displaying it here. What could be the reason? Okay, I will leave it with you. Just check this one. This is called your conditional formatting. The same thing you can do it with the font color also. You can toggle this on, and then you go and define the condition here. Okay, and let me do one thing. I just go back to my previous one. Even I got confused now. 1 second. Previous one, I did this one. Yeah, here I wouldn't have this one. I put it in another sheet. I know this is a wrong version of this one. There I put all the visual name here. Okay, anyhow, I will share it to you all, because in the case of interview, at the time of interview, it should be perfect. Okay, let me just see. This is the one we have used scatter plot, and then 25. Okay, in the matrix we'll try the same thing. Maybe that time it will strike out. Okay, and here what I do is okay.
Sir, we cannot compare this values, the sales column values with the condition, whether we are wrong or not.
Why we are not supposed to compare it?
Sir, because this first one is 23 lakh. So according to the condition which we have written, it should be correct.
1 second. What you're saying is cell elements and
Yes.
sales, right? On the this is what you're saying, right? Background.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
First, it will go to this this row.
1 second. 1 second. Let me just toggle this off, and then I just toggle this on. Okay. Yeah. Now you tell me.
Sir, if we go to the sales column and the first value is 23 lakh, it goes to this first row and it is wrong. And in the second row also it is correct. It is wrong. And in the third row, if it goes, then it is correct. So it should display the green here.
Green there, but it is not
Yes.
displaying green. Instead displaying that. Why is that? So even if we do the reverse color also, it is not doing it. So why is that? That is what the question now. Okay, apply to values only. So you have another option, values and totals also you can do it. But even in that case, it is not working. Totals only. Okay, and here values only. Here the rules and field value. Right. So field value is not required. Basically, we need to define the rules only. I just click on this one. I just want to, I don't want to disturb the existing one, let it be there. You just take a look at this and what is the problem here, and then you just decide, okay? So I tried all the things, and here it is less than 10 lakh. Okay, fine. It is greater than or equal to 10 lakh one. Is that correct actually? Okay. The first and thing, right? First and foremost, here the third condition, it is failing. It is not doing it correctly. What is the problem here? Okay, let me do one thing. I just we will see, you know, if I say something like 17 lakh or something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The OK button is there, and if I do it, even then it is not doing that. Man, is something wrong here. So, like in the website, we will refresh the data, right? So maybe something wrong here. So let me do one thing. Maybe one silly mistake I made here. I don't. I think something wrong. So what we'll do is we'll try the same thing with profit. You can try the same with profit, okay? And see, maybe we'll try with matrix, okay? And matrix, maybe it will work, okay? So okay, this one you give it a try. The same thing you can do it with the font color. And if you toggle this on, so it gives the color automatically. But this one is not. The colors are not that much helpful. Again, you can go here and you define the colors for the based on the rule. Same rules also. Okay. So in that case, what will happen is the colors, right? For this one, you know, matching with this color, right? For the amber color, you can give green color, sorry, black color. And red, you can probably give white color, right? So, and then for green also, you can give some white color. Okay. You can specify the font color also here. You can define the condition. And the data bars. Sometimes some users, they will ask the data bars, okay? And here they, you know, with the data bars, the taller the bar, it tells them quickly, right? Anything smaller, you can use either, you know, you can use the data bars. Even for this, you can define the condition. The same way how I did it. And then, or if you don't want the data bars, you can, you know, probably disable, you can toggle this off. And if you want to use icons, you can toggle this on. Look here, the icons will give them quick idea. Along with this, you can give the, you know, the icons apart from. So look here, the icons are doing correct thing, right? If you go here, see the conditions here. With this, we can check it out whether our conditions. So here, greater than or equal to 0 and less than 33. Okay, this is what we mentioned it, right? Greater than or equal to the same value we are supposed to give, right? So and you know, if you use greater than or equal to, yeah, that is a problem here. That is what I already tried, right? So here the same value you need to greater than or equal to, because otherwise it will miss this value, right? And here we just use this one. Select this value and then put it here. So that is the default value, and click on this. But still the green is not coming, right? So even with the mic, I think something wrong here, and it's a pretty crazy thing. I don't know, maybe version problem, I don't know. So anyhow, we'll go back here, and then in the cell elements, what we will do is we will icons. So look at the icons once again. So it is doing the color thing, the same rule we used, greater than or equal to 0 and less than 33. This 33 should come here because including 33 and above 33 and anything less than 67. Here we have used 2 less than, and here, okay, here I did not give less than or equal to, right? Greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, I did not give equal to and less than or equal to. But still it is not, maybe some other problem. We can just toggle this off and toggle this on. Okay.
We can edit that color, last color you have mentioned. I think in that color we have some issues.
Yeah, 1 second. Here we will go here, and in second row 15 lakh. Okay, I you know, I disable this one again. I have to do from the beginning. Anyhow, we will do it quickly. So sorry guys, I just did this to, to make it to come out from your mouth. Sorry, background color. Okay, this background color is on, and let's say off. And when you do the off, it will not come. And then you need to select this one. I don't want to use it. So here, not the gradient. I'm going to use the rules. Values only. Everything is correct. Here, I'm going to use the number. And less than how much here? 0 to, let's give 10 lakh. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So this is the one. And then here I just say red, more color, and I just select red. Okay, I just double click on it, and then I just come back here. No, you need to select it here. Okay, and then it will come here, and then new rule. And here I just say greater than or equal to this value 10 lakh number, and less than, let's 15 lakh. Okay, and 15 lakh. And I just say ampersand, and here I just say anything greater than or equal to 15 lakh, and I say less than or equal to, like 30 lakhs, something like that. Still it is not working. You can probably check that one. Okay, probably check that one. And the next one is, okay, he's saying that Nitesh Kumar says use 15 lakh in second row. 15 lakhs, why? Okay, I'm checking your message late, right? Okay, so this is the 10 lakh less than this one, and 10 lakh and above. Okay, anything less than 10 lakh. So above and less than 15,000, then this one, it is not doing it correctly. Okay, maybe, right, sometimes the logic will not come out automatically. But this is actually correct only, but there is some problem there. Let us see what is the problem later. Okay, and this is a formatting. The conditional formatting is one of the important topic when it comes to table or matrix. Okay, and icons. This is the one, icons. Even for icons, you can use the formula. FX stands for formula. Okay, you can use the rules here. Okay, based on the rules, you can see the rules are, it's correct only, right? The logic is correct. 0 greater than or equal to 0 and less than 33. And the 33 you put it greater than or equal to, and less than 67. And this one is greater than or equal to 67, less than 100, less than or equal to 100. The same logic we used it, but here it is putting it correctly. There is something wrong. Okay, you can just check that. So they will ask you in the interview the conditional formatting. But this conditional formatting, I just went here and I just manually configured it. Okay, how do you configure? How do you make it dynamic? That is what your dynamic conditional formatting. That I will cover it as part of DAX. Okay. Fine. The next one is the, apart from this, right, you can just play around with other properties, and then you can just play around with other column headers, and then the row headers similarly. Here, the row headers will not come, only the column headers are there. But only in matrix, you will have the row headers here. You will have the row headers and column headers will come in the matrix. And you can use some image height and all, right. You can use the height and all, you can, the overall thing you can specify it there. And yeah, accessibility, what is the accessibility here? Refer to row by none or category or segment. If you do this, even yeah, category, I did not try this one, you can probably try it out. Because in the latest version, they introduced many things. Okay, I just installed it, the latest one yesterday. And the grid, horizontal grid, it is required. Vertical grid lines also required. Style presets you can change as per your. Let us do one thing. If I change anything else, let's see if that color works. Still that remains as it is. Okay. The green is not at all coming here. Okay. See, this green, amber, red is coming very clearly for the icons, but the same rule we have used it, it is not working. There is a, okay, this is 23 lakh, right? Okay, 15 lakh, correct. Fine. So next one is the matrix. So what is matrix visual? So why do we need to use the matrix visual? So compared to the table visual, okay, see the table is basically a two-dimensional one, whereas the matrix is multi-dimensional. You can use more than 2 dimension. Okay, sometimes the table visualization is not enough or not okay for us. Okay, and you want to add more granularity to your chart. So that is where the matrix chart visualization comes into picture. And with the matrix, you can enable drill down option, drill up option. Okay. So in the case of table and matrix solution, right? The charts in Power BI, right? It provides the option to display the categorical variables with text labels in the report. So anyhow, I don't want to mix up that. So what I will do is I will just copy this now. I just right click on it, copy this visual. We will use a separate page for matrix because matrix, a lot of things are there. I just copy paste this one, for example, here. Category, okay. In the case of matrix, what columns we can use it? I just remove, all these things. We will try with something, different here, different fields here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use something called category in the rows. Okay, you can drag and drop it here also. Okay, in the category. This is matrix, yeah, matrix category. And yeah, I just remove all these values. Let it be there. Here, what I do is category, and then in the columns, what I do is I just put some segment here. Look here. So what happens is the segment values are appearing in rows in the case of table, whereas here you can convert the rows into columns also. Okay, that is what. But here you forget about the first value. First one has some blank values, null values. There are some null values are there because of which some segment values null is there, hence it shows something. You can ignore this one. Okay, in consumer segment, in furniture, how much sales we made. In corporate, in segment, in furniture, how much we made it. It is 5 zeros, not 6 zeros. Which one you are saying, Abhinaya? Oh, in the previous one?
Yes, sir.
Did I mention anything like this, cell elements?
I just did with my visuals, it works.
Oh, very good. Okay. So where you are saying here? Huh?
Yes, sir. In all the zeros.
Here, what you're saying is okay. Let me do one thing. Yeah, somewhere the last rows. You're talking about, right? Okay, okay. Here, what you're saying is, oh, okay. That's the problem. Good catch. Very good. So I did a good job. So what we will do, see, that's the in a typo, right? The logic is correct. We made a typo here. So what I do is we will use the green color here. Okay, and here, yeah, let me do one thing. This is not actually green. Okay, let it be there. Okay, so now it is working. See, extra 0 I put it, so no one noticed. Very good. Good catch. So fine, right? So next one is the matrix visual. So the matrix, as I told, right, the difference between table and matrix visual is they will ask you, okay, in the table you can represent data in 2-dimensional, whereas the matrix supports multi-dimensional data grid format. Okay, another other difference is in the case of table, the rows are not fixed in table, whereas in the case of the columns are fixed. So here the columns are fixed, whereas the rows are not fixed. Okay, but in the case of matrix visual, both rows, columns are fixed. Okay, for example, if I copy paste this one here, here the rows are fixed and columns are fixed. And if I want to convert the rows into columns, that is possible. Okay, right. So the pivoting, right? Pivoting and unpivoting. What is pivoting? Can someone tell me quickly what is pivoting? You want to convert the rows into columns. That is what pivoting, right? So for example, I want to convert the rows. See, I wanted to have, consumer here and corporate here and home office here. So consumer, whatever values are there, it should display in rows. Okay. And you can, by swapping the columns in the fields, look here. No. Here the segment should come here and the category should come to the columns here. So this is your column header. This is your row header. Okay. And this is your column header. These are all your column header. And the furniture, officer, this is your row header, right? So now this entire row got converted as columns here. Correct? All the values are appearing in columns. If you want to convert the rows into columns, that is what you are pivoting. And the same thing, if you wanted to convert the rows into columns, unpivoting, pivoting and unpivoting, you can do it in a very, a very simple way using matrix. Okay, that is one advantage of this one. Matrix, this is one of the features with matrix. Okay, and apart from this, what are the other advantages of matrix? What are the other advantages of matrix? Nitesh, why don't you tell me? You watched all my videos, right? What are the other advantages of this one? Matrix, stepped layout, right? Drill down, you can do drill down higher, right? So you can perform drill down, and then it supports stepped layout. Okay, stepped layout is possible. So we'll see what is stepped layout and all. Okay, now, so the next one is, what I do is I'm going to add some more columns here. The first option is, the first feature of matrix is we can do pivoting and unpivoting. Second feature is the drill down, drill up, you can do it. The third feature is stepped layout. Okay, that is also, and the fourth feature is aggregations. It performs row-wise total. It gives you row-wise total and column-wise total, and then subtotal it gives you. These are the four features that are available as part of the matrix. Got it? So here what I do is I'm going to drag and drop some other fields in the rows field and then the columns field. The rows field, what I am going to do is I'm going to include region column. And then in this case, what is it? See what happens in the rows here. When I included the region in addition to segment, instead of saying column, I call it dimension, segment dimension, and other dimension is region. The moment when I drop the region dimension from the sales column, what happened? This one got enabled, right? This one got enabled, the icons. So this is a drill lab, and this is a drill, and this is your drill down. Okay, drill all down one level, drill next level. Okay, so that is what these icons are meant for. And now I will tell you. So this one is expand. Yeah, this is expand all down one level in the hierarchy, and this is your go to the next level in the hierarchy. Okay, so now what I will do is I'll just move this up, and then the next one is I will So these are all my sales here. Okay, in the columns, we have used this one, and then the values are used sales. In addition to that, we will put one more column here, profit. And then I just draw this here. So for each category, and in each, so this is a category and this is the segment, right? In furniture category, in consumer segment, this much sales we made. And then this is the profit. Along with the sales, we can display the profit also. Got it? So, okay. So if I wanted to, so now what happens is, if I want to see in the consumer segment, for example, if I click on expand all down, what happens? It shows everything in detail, right? In each region. I just move this up a bit. Maybe because of this. So what is happening here? In this case, when I clicked on this one, right? Expand all down. Expand all down one level in the hierarchy. So in each segment, display all the regions where we made sales. So segment wise, region wise, it gives me the sales and profit breakdown. Okay. So if or you can, what you can do, you can just click on the plus icon next to this one, so that for this segment alone, if you want to see which all region, right? You want to see the sales breakdown by region, by consumer segment, you just click on here. Right? But when you click on this one, what happens is it expands all these segments all at once, right? And then expand all down. One second, I just forgot this thing. Let me do one thing. I just so this is your drill lab is going up. So here, when I expand all down one level in the hierarchy, see what is the hierarchy? See, this is the hierarchy. The moment when you drag and drop, more than one field in the rows field, this one will be considered as a hierarchy. So when you click on this, from the segment to region, right? Each segment, so we have 3 segments, right? Each segment, it displays all the regions sales. That is what is happening. Expand all down in the hierarchy. So from segment to region, it expanded everything. Each and every segment, what are the regions we made sales? It gives me the detail. So I don't want to see everything. I want to do drill lab. So it moves from your region to segment level. From here to here, it goes up. It's this kind of a roll up, right? It roll up from your region to segment. Okay. So the moment when you add, additional dimension, more than one dimension, it treats this as a hierarchy. Since it's an hierarchy, it enables this drill down, drill up icons here. With this, we can navigate to the next level. So here, expand all down one level in the hierarchy. So what do you mean by one level in the hierarchy? For example, I just remove the region, and then, for example, let's take some other simple or the column which has less number of things. Shipping mode. I just put the shipping mode. Look here, if I do expand. So in the shipping mode, we have 4, categories are there. Look here, and each thing, right? And if I drag and drop another categorical variable here, what will happen is, and now you wanted to see in a subcategory. Okay, here, if you put it here, so you have one more level. So from segment to ship mode already, we drill down, expand all down one level in the hierarchy. From here to here, we expanded all down. So all these ship modes in each segment, you display that. See, consumer, corporate, and in that, each ship mode, you should display that. And each ship mode also, right, we have put the subcategory. So okay, 1 second, I just pressed it 2 times. Look here, first we'll drill up. Okay, this is the one. Expand all down 1 level in the hierarchy. For now, what will happen is segment to ship mode, it will get expanded in all the levels. Right, so in consumer, corporate, home office, whatever. And then if I click on it one more time, ship mode to subcategory, it will expand everything. Each shipping mode, look here, first class, and what are the subcategories that we sold. Okay, you understood? What is this one? If you want to navigate from the top hierarchy to this one, you need to click on it. And if you click on it one more time, so what happens is it navigates from here to here. So in this case, what happens is expand all down 1 level in the hierarchy, all the the ship modes. Okay, and then each ship mode, all the subcategories it displays. That is what it tells us. Okay, and now the question is, what is this icon? Go to the next level in the hierarchy. For example, currently we are in this segment, right? So we are at the segment level. Okay, and then the columns are category, let it be there, the segment level. The top of there is segment. And if I click on this one, go to the next level in the hierarchy. What happens from segment to ship mode? It goes down, but it ignores the previous one. It ignores the previous one. This one you need to understand. But here what it shows is, in the first class, in the furniture category, how much we sold in total. Okay, how much we sold in total. But the ship mode in furniture category, how much we sold, right? And it shows this one. Okay. And yeah, here we have used this a column. The column is my category, right? So it shows everything. Now, if I click on this one more time, it simply disregards the ship mode. Look here, ship mode is not at all, displaying here, right? So here what it tells us is, ignore these 2 levels. Show me in subcategory how much sales we made, by category. And furniture, appliances, right? Here we did not do anything here in the case of furniture, but office supplies we made, bookcases, right? So tell me, so you talk only with at this level, subcategory, subcategory, and for each category, right? Under each category, what is the sales we made in total for the subcategory? It shows. The shipping mode, it is not displaying, right? It is not displaying because currently we are at this level. If you go 1 level up, now it will show only the ship mode. Okay, ship mode by category by ship mode. Segment, it is ignoring. It doesn't displays the corporate consumer segment, no, right? Okay, so that is the difference between these 2. So in this case, it expands all the values 1 level down. For example, it shows in this case, right? So see, currently we are in the 2nd level here. But when you have used this one, what would have happened? It displays each segment, and under each segment, what all the ship modes are, it shows. But when you use this one, no, don't display segment along with this one. Show me only the current levels, total sales. That is the difference between these 2. Here, go to the next level. Simply, if you click on it 1 more level, it will navigate from here, right? So now we are in the third, the third layer of your hierarchy. At this level, the lower, at the bottom of your hierarchy, right? So whatever things are there, that only it will show that one. So that is the difference between these 2 hierarchy, these 2 icons. Okay. If you want to roll up, you want to scroll, drill up, you want to, no, I don't want to drill down. I want to go up. It will show you this one. Okay. Next one is we have something called a drill on option. Okay, so drill on option, what I will do is, for this, I'm going to use the clustered column chart. I selected this visual to understand this, right? I'm going to use the clustered column chart. Even in the case of clustered column chart also, the drill down icon will be enabled because you have x-axis and y-axis here. In the x-axis, you have more than 1 dimension. Y-axis you have more than one, sorry, this is this, in this case, X-axis you have more than one dimension, okay? Look here. Here what happens is, I'm going to enable, so this, for example, if I click on drill up, if I drill up one more level, look here one more time. So currently I am in the segment level, consumer segment, corporate segment, home office segment. And here, what is this? The consumer segment. This is by what? Yeah. The consumer, 1 second. This is my consumer. And again, it gives me the consumer. So yeah, what I will do is I will just move this up category. When you change it, that is one problem. Look here, this is the top of the hierarchy category. And furniture, in furniture, right? So furniture, how much we made, that is what, yeah, this is sales and profit, right? Sorry, this is sales and profit. Okay. And if I enable the drill option here, so what is happening is, if I wanted to, for example, here, the furniture sales, right? I just click on this one once. In the furniture category, it drills down to the next level. 1 second, let me do one thing. I just clicked it more than once, it seems. Yeah, that's why you need to be a little bit cautious. Click on it once. If you click on it more than, you'll get confused. So what happened? From category to segment, it got navigated. But the category what we have chosen, I have chosen the furniture category. In each category, if you wanted to do drill down, then this option is very much helpful. Apart from this, in the case of drill, when you enable the drill mode on, what happens is, it does the cross filtering across the visuals. Look here, in this matrix visual, because I selected, look here, if I go up, look here, I just clicked on furniture. The moment when I click on furniture, only the furniture gets displayed. All right, it got filtered here in the matrix visual. Here also the same thing. Okay, but here what happens is, since I have clicked on the I clicked on the furniture category, it navigated from furniture category to all the segments, whatever the sales we have made in furniture category, it shows us. Look here, furniture, and okay, I clicked on it more than once. Look here, I just moved it. So I double clicked on it. That's the mistake. Okay, I just click on it once. Look here, in the furniture category, what are the segments? In each segment, how much sales we made? It shows us sales and profit. And if I click on it in the consumer segment here, just once, in the consumer segment, when I want to see the breakdown of sales and profit by segment. Which segment? Consumer segment. Okay, each individual item you can drill down when you enable the drill mode on. Correct? Each individual, whatever the item that whatever the specific item that you click on it, so it will navigate from the top of the hierarchy to the next level, second level, third level, fourth level. Okay, if you want to see that way, you can see it. Okay, and along with that, you can click on this one also. This is also possible. In the case of furniture, consumer segment, first class, and all the subcategories, it show me. Got it? That is the advantage. So the other advantage is drill mode. See, the other point that you need to remember is, when you enable the drill mode, it does the cross filtering across the visuals. Okay. Supposing this is, for example, I'm using something like a donut chart. Look here, the currently, right, so I just clicked on the consumer thing, it just shows the consumer. Okay, 1 second, it filtered the consumer here. When I move up one level, drill up. Okay, and then drill up here, this segment, each segment, it shows the consumer, corporate, home office. So when you enable the drill mode on, it does the cross filtering across other visuals. It has the capability to do the cross filtering. Yeah, please carry on, Priyanka. Okay, I will share the the video. Okay, carry on. So these are the things you need to remember it. Okay, the advantage of drill mode is on is each specific item. When you click on it, it drills down at that level. Okay, in the category, furniture category alone, I clicked on it. In that furniture category, what are the segments are there, right? It shows that one. It slices that one. Okay, in the furniture category, it displays the sales and profit by each category, each segment. And then when I clicked on this and all done one, so what happens is the furniture consumer segment, all the ship mode, and then when I click on it one more time, all the subcategory under these things, right? It shows everything. So that is the difference between these icons. Drill app is you want to go from bottom to top of the layer. Okay, that is what this is what you need to understand. So now what I do is I just go back to the matrix thing. You can click on it, the matrix thing, and then you can do. So here, yeah, the category column should come here in the columns. I just put it in the columns here. Okay, fine. Because when the drill mode is on, when I select any specific rows, right, it does the cross filtering, difficult to interpret. That's why I convert this as a column chart. And then with that, you can understand very clearly. What else I do one thing? Okay, it's all changed everything. So here I just put the category. And then here I just put the segment because the order of the columns, the fields got changed. And category, and then here what I do is I just what else we can use it? I just remove this one, and then instead of this, I just put region here. Okay, the moment when I put additional dimension in this field, this one got enabled. Okay, fine. In the columns, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the ship mode here. Okay, look here. I just remove this again. If you watch here closely, the moment when I drop the ship mode here, what happens? This one got enabled. In addition to these 4 icons, drill down, drill up icons, there is some drill on got enabled here. Because we have 2 hierarchies. One is in a row and the other one is in column. Okay. In the row, we have an hierarchy, and columns also we have hierarchy because we have more than one dimensions are available in these 2 things. So in that case, if you wanted to drill up and drill down at the row level, you can, for example, if I click on this, the row level, right, it does this one. Okay, and here the column level itself, we have something called segment and ship mode. Consumer and ship mode is not there here. For example, if I select the columns here, and then if I click on it here, look here, the next level is this one. Instead of this, I just use this one. So with this, you will get a clear idea. Okay, column level you can drill down. So the column level here, right? So the segment to ship mode, the consumer segment, this one you can ignore it because blank value. You need to look at from here. The consumer segment, 4 types of shipments. So the first class, second class, standard, three things, right? And then each shipment mode, what is the sales and profit? What is the sales profits? Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 types of shipment modes are there. So at the column, in the column level, you can navigate from the first level to the second level in the hierarchy. The same thing you can do it with the row level. Okay, if you want to roll up, drill up, and then if you want to do drill down at the row level, okay, don't do anything in the thing, segment, you can retain it as it is. And then if you wanted to drill down here, you can, okay, you need to go one level up. and you can use either this or this. So row level, you can do drill down, drill up, and column level also you can do drill down, drill up. Okay, that is what it shows us. That is what the salient features of the matrix. It's very good, right? So it's fantastic. It offers a lot of features. So next one is the formatting. In the formatting, a lot of options are available. You just go here and like tables. You can go and select the style places. Here you have something like alternating rows. If you want it, you can use it. You can use alternating. So it gives us the clear idea, right? So this is my row level total and row level, sorry, total sales and row level total profit. Okay, all these three segments put together, what is the total sales and what is the total profit? Okay, and it, you can either you can use this or you can use other thing also. The other options, alternating rows or contrast, other things, right? You can use this one also, or you can use condensed also. Right, you can use condensed. Condensed is far better, right? So this is your row header. When it comes to matrix, you have row header. For example, I just click on it here. This is furniture, office, supplies, thing. These are your row header, and consumer, corporate, and home office. These are your column header. For row header, column header, it got highlighted with the color, right? Black color, and then you can change the color also. Okay, the sales and profit. So row total and column total. It gives you the clear-cut idea, right? So what is what, where the row header is there, you can find out. Okay, with the condensed. The next one is the same as this one. Okay, if you go to the cell elements, you can do the same thing, the conditional formatting. Okay, you can go and select sales and toggle this on. Background color will get enabled, and you can go and define the rule here. And if you enable the data bus, you can enable it. So if they don't need the background color, you can leave it, or you can use this. But again, the font color you need to change it, right? So font color, we will leave it as it is, only the data bus. So for background color, font color, data bus, icons, you can define the rules, like how I've shown it in the background. But same thing, you can do it here also. Okay. Similarly, profit also you can, for example, in this case, I'm going to enable the icon. You can use enable icon, right? So these are negative margins, red, and we don't see any green here. Here only we are seeing green here. Okay, so you can you can play around with this one. You can define the rules and then you can check it out. Okay, and for all these options, I have I defined it in other sheet. I will check. Probably I will share that one also to you all. And what other formatting option here is here? Here's something called stepped. I often forget because in the older version it was pretty simple. Okay, stepped layout. I just minimize. I just toggle this off. See, when I toggle this on, what happens? What is happening here? So look here, when I toggle this off. So along with the category, the region it shows separately, right? Region. So earlier the region was displaying just beneath the category. So it gives you more clear thing, right? It's a clear cut thing. Step laid indentation. You can probably increase or decrease it, or you can manually just go here and then select this column. Sorry. This is one problem. Wherever you type it unnecessarily. Remove this. Here, keep the cursor over here, and then you can, if you want to expand it, you can expand it. Okay, you can do the designing everything, and similarly in the region also you can do the design. You can do it this way, and you have something called banded show on rows. We have something called show on rows, but here it is not available. Show on rows. Show on that. See, in the latest version they changed. We have something called show on rows. What happens is all these columns value will get displayed in rows so that this visual will look very compact. So I need to expand. Let me do one thing. Column grand total, specific column general. It will not be there in general. Let me just check quickly in the effects. It is not there. And see, matrix is a big topic. Okay, it took this much of time. 1 second. Let me just, not the row headers, the column headers, options. No, not this one. Not the row headers. Cell elements. Here we don't have that one, right? Yeah, I forgot. So here we don't have the show on rows. The last batch I covered this, somehow I forgot this one here. So that's what you need to keep practicing, otherwise you'll forget it. Column grand total nahi. Column headers, row headers. Options, strip layout, indentation. Yeah, maybe in the values it should be there. Yeah, in the values we have something option, switch values to rows. Switch values to rows. So in the earlier version, we have something called show on rows. So sales and profit, look here. The columns sales and profit got converted as rows. Now your visual looks so compact. So in the values, you need to enable toggle this on options. In the values, we have some options, switch values to rows, row groups rather than columns. This option you need to remember it. Style presets. Let me just contrasting rows, something like that. Yeah, here you can specify, you can select this one, okay, you can keep the cursor over here, and then you can say in Africa what is the sales we made, and what is the profit we made, right? The font color got changed here. Let me do one thing, and for the time being, flashy rows. No, in the flashy rows it is not much helpful. You will not leverage this feature, right? The row header is not that much helpful. And alternating rows, you can use alternating rows. No, alternating rows is not that good. Okay, so contrast alternating rows. So you can change the font colors. Okay, you can change the color, but again, we are going to use that condition, right? The conditional formatting, you do it. When you do the conditional formatting, obviously the red color and amber color, and with that, you can specify the formatting, conditional formatting for fonts also, font colors. Got it? So consumer, corporate, home, these three segments in each category, how much we made sales, by region, each region. That is what we are seeing. And again, along with this, you have drill up and drill down option. This looks so compact. If they want it, they can drill all down one level in the hierarchy. So now you understood, what these icons are all about. And when you have more than one dimension in your rows field and columns field, this one will get enabled automatically. And then you can play around with the font colors and title. If you want, you can give it, right? So, and font colors is very important because look here, nothing is visible because we have some blank values. Any of let it be there. So you address the blank value related issues also. I will share this one. You can just play around with this. Okay. So that is pretty much about the table visual and the matrix visual. The difference is table, we can represent two-dimensional data, whereas the matrix supports multi-dimensional data grid. And whereas in the case of matrix, both rows and columns are not fixed. Okay. Whereas there only the columns are fixed. Okay. Whereas the rows are not fixed in table. Okay. You remember when I selected the table, only column field was there. There was nothing like a rows. Okay. And it follows a flat data structure with which one the table. But whereas in the case of matrix, it does the aggregation automatically. Okay. So users can add a new dimension as values only in the case of table. Whereas in the case of matrix, it offers to add values, the rows and columns, right? When you can add values to the rows field and columns field. And the 4 features, you can do pivoting and unpivoting without doing heavy lifting. And second feature is the stepped layout. Okay, what is stepped layout? That I forgot to tell you. Step layout is, look here. Let's take this matrix. So here furniture, right? And after furniture, right? The next, the hierarchy, right? Here, look here. If I select this one, in this case, the hierarchy is category and hierarchy. These are the 2 layers of the hierarchy. The first hierarchy, the top of the hierarchy is category, the furniture. To distinguish category and the first level and second level, it gives the tab. Okay, furniture. This comes in the second category. It gives tab. Tab, right? In the space in the keyboard we have space bar, right? 4 space. If you leave it, tab. So for these 3 belongs to segment. Hence it leaves tab, so that you can understand which one is category, which one is the first level of your hierarchy, which one is the second level of your hierarchy. This is called a stepped layout. Stepped up. Okay, this is called stepped up feature. And then the third one is drill down driller aggregation. These are the 4 features supported, and plus multidimensional. 5 features we can say. 5 multidimensional is possible. Multidimensional data grid format is possible with matrix. The rest of them are pretty simple. I think we need 2 more sessions to complete, because the next 2 sessions are very important. That is where we are going to talk about the slices, edit interactions, all the things, and plus the Power BI, the artificial intelligence enabled features such as the decomposition tree and then the key influences. Okay, decomposition tree and this one, right? So this is very important. And apart from this, we'll take a look at the custom charts. In the interview, they'll ask about the custom charts. We'll work with the Gantt chart. And most of the interviews I've seen, they're asking about the Gantt chart. Hence, we'll take a look at the Gantt chart and a couple of other, the word cloud, unstructured data, right? So the word cloud, we have something called word cloud. We'll work with it. We'll take one Swiggy case study, Swiggy or Zomato data set. And then what we'll do is we will find out the positive and negative sentiment using word cloud. Okay. That and all we'll see it in the next session. So next session is going to be, we will have it on this. Can we have it on this? Yeah, we will have it on this Saturday, Sunday. Okay. Saturday not possible. What we'll do is Saturday we'll have it. It is possible, but Friday also we will have it. Okay. Friday and Saturday we will complete the data visualization if possible, and then Sunday we'll complete the cloud service, right? How do we understand? So the navigation of the cloud service I will show you, and then the data flow, right? So how to create a data flow, everything I'll show you. As part of group by, I've shown you how to create a data flow there, right? So that and all we'll take a look at how to create a workspace, how to publish the report, all the things on navigations, everything we'll take a look at it. And how do we schedule the report, all the things, and alerts. But alerts with Pro license, I don't think so we can enable alerts, but still I will explain all the concepts that are related to Power BI Cloud Service with this Sunday. And next Saturday, Sunday, not next Saturday, Sunday, probably upcoming weekdays, we will try to cover the DAX part, and then we are all set, right? 28, 29, we will jump into SQL part. With that, we are all set. So Feb first week, you're all set to, we are all set to take up the interview. We'll have the interview preparation session. And project work also we'll discuss on the first week of January, weekend of February. Okay. And then I will give you the project work. You can work on it, because first you need to understand all things. That's what I said. I mean, your DAX will be covered. I told you, 28 and 29. So what ideally what will is next weekdays instead of next weekend, we will shoot it on the Tuesday, 24th of January, and then 25th holiday, right? Jan 25th, 24th and 25th will have it, right? 2 days. So that there will be a continuity, right? So 24th and 25th of Jan will cover as many DAX as possible. And then anything left over, 28th and 28th will cover it, DAX part. And then we'll jump into the SQL. Okay, all the important concepts that are part of the SQL queries we will take a look at it. And then interview questions we'll discuss about it. And first weekend will first weekday, right? Weekdays. We'll discuss about the project work and other things, interview preparation, interview questions, everything we'll discuss about it. And then we will wrap up this part. Okay. And then next we will, we'll show you the cloud part, Azure cloud, some extent, what is blob, all the things, how to create a, blob storage. In the blob storage, how we can ingest the data file there. Little bit knowledge, if you have it, that is sufficient. Plus SSIS, yes, we will have one session, that is enough. Okay, you can tell them. For that you need to install Visual Basic. Okay, Visual Studio. In the Visual Studio I will show you, okay, how to load the data. See, instead of using Power Query editor to perform the data transformation, data loading, we will use SSIS also. With SSIS, how we can do the data loading, right? So one session I will show you. And you can tell them SSIS, I have a knowledge, and but Power BI and SQL, I'm very good at it. Okay. And Azure Cloud, I'll show you a little bit.